What is going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my second video of the day. And you already know, in this video, I'm talking about the 17-1 Cleveland Cavaliers, who, of course, are off to their best start ever. And it's crazy because if you recall, the Cavs pretty much ran it 99% of the way back. The only new faces on this team this year are rookie Jalen Tyson, two-way player JT Thor, and Luke Travers, who came over from the NBL, who we drafted last year. Those are the only new faces on this team, and the only one that really sees any playing time is Jalen Tyson. So yeah, the Cavs pretty much ran it all the way back. The only changes they made were on the coaching staff. And look what happened. You get rid of a bald bozo. You bring in a coach who actually knows what he's doing when it comes to operating an offensive scheme. And the Cavs are one of the best teams in the East. It's crazy how that works, right? Cavs fans were so pissed that they were silent in free agency. I mean, they literally weren't even interested in anybody. The only guy I recall that I saw a rumor that we were interested in was Derek Jones Jr. That was it, as far as I can tell. Like, they were hell bent on bringing everybody back. Although, I will say, while they didn't go out and get anybody, they did a fantastic job extending their core guys, making sure that the core four is together for a while. And when it comes to any potential trades, those guys ain't going nowhere. Not DG, definitely not Donovan, hell no on Evan. Jarrett, I mean, he's probably the most likely to get traded if we were to trade any of them. But he ain't going nowhere right now. You know damn well. So, I saw an article posted by Bleacher Report last night. And I'm going to get into that here in a minute. But I already know you guys see the title and you're thinking, Crazy Dog, the Cavs don't need to make a trade. Right now, no. No, not right now. But maybe, like, as the season goes on, they probably could. You know, I'm not saying they need to make a big trade. You know, maybe go out and use up some of those second round picks that you got stashed away and get a solid bench contributor. Because, by the way, they have one spot open on the roster. They could always add without trading away. Right? Of course, we all know Kobe's love affair with those second round picks, so he probably ain't touching those. Got them locked away in a vault somewhere. It's so funny because every year you see teams trade away second round picks like nothing. And then there's Kobe. Got him locked away in a vault in his room next to the freaking beer closet. Remember during the off season, I would always make that little running joke talking about Kobe opening some brewskis because of the whole DUI situation. Nowadays, it's like, wow, okay. So, yeah, as you can tell, the Cavs fan base has kind of laid off of Kobe. Now he's looking like a genius because we brought everybody back and we changed the coaching staff, and this team's actually good. So it really wasn't the players that were the problem. It was that bald ass bozo coach that we had, JB Bozo staff, and his staff of very serious freaking dummies. Oh man, it's so good to have a team that's really, really good, right? The Gateway Plaza's buzzing. Yeah. The Guardians were good. The Cavs are good. The Browns, well, they're the Browns. Yeah, let's get into my trade targets position wise. Not players, not getting specific, but in terms of like positions that I think the Cavs could address. And it's simple. Like a big man and a bench contributor. Maybe that bench contributor is a backup big man. right? Nothing too crazy. Because, again, Jared Allen goes down, you have Evan, but in the playoffs, you're going to be facing possibly KP at some point, right? And Evan Mobley is a damn good player, but against KP, not a great situation. Now, if I was going after a backup big man, I would go after, some people might say, like JV from Washington, Jonas Valanciunas. I think he can shoot now, can he? He's really developed a three ball. But would he be open to a bench spot on a contender? Honestly, I don't think he'd care. As long as he has a chance to win, I don't think he cares. Because it would preserve his health and he could go out there and just absolutely barbecue opposing teams' bench units. Right? But yeah, I think a backup big man would be nice to go along with what we already have. And then, of course, bench contributor. We could always trade away access bench depth. You could trade away Karis LeVert if you really had to. I don't think they would. I mean, Karis, Yang, maybe Dean or Isaac, depending on who you're trying to get to be the bench contributor. I know Cavs fans have had their eyes on Cam Johnson for a while. I don't think that's going to happen. But we'll see. I'm sure Kobe has some guys he's going to be looking at. Now, looking at the Bleacher Report article that I saw, here's who they had as potential options for the Cavs via trade: Dorian Finney-Smith, Larry Nance Jr., and Cody Martin. As you see, all three play the 4, and Larry can play the 5 off the bench. And I know all three would probably be open to a bench role on a contending team. Yeah. I would be down with DFS. As you see in the article, he's averaging a career high 11 points and knocking down 42% of his threes. He'd thrive off open looks from Darius and Donovan. Oh, yeah, he would. You could even slip him in the starting lineup and maybe put Strus on the bench. Because again, Strus is still coming off an injury. So it would help him out health wise. I don't even know when he'll be back. He could be back in a few days, a few weeks, God forbid, a few months. But he'll be back soon, I'm sure. And then it says Nance is a former Cav who still spends his off seasons in Akron, Ohio, which is nice. His ability to guard multiple positions and spread the floor makes him an ideal big to pair next to Mobley or Allen. Martin is making 40% of his threes this year for Charlotte. So yeah, all three would be good options. They can hit the three ball, and obviously they're versatile. So there you go. Let me know what you guys think of these three, and would there be any other names that you could maybe look at as potential, bench depth options for the Cavs? Obviously, they're not going to go after the big fish. No, they're not going to go after anything that would involve serious draft capital being given up. If anything, I think they could get Larry or Cody for maybe a second round pick or two, and maybe like a player. I don't know. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And as always, be sure to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll be back tomorrow for Cavs Hawks NBA Cup game number 2 for the Cavs. Oh, third. This is our third Cup game. Yeah. We beat the Bulls, we slaughtered them, and then we lost to the Celtics. Yeah, this is our third game. Then we have the Wizards to wrap it up in a few days, too. And we'll see where we end up in the Cup standings. Once again, it looks like another one of those games like we had last year against Indiana in the Cup, ironically enough, where we looked like ass to start. We rallied back and still lost. Yeah, of course. So we'll see what happens. But with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Cavs. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out. Bye bye.